What's up, everybody? Master Reactor here, and today we have a replay of a match that I just played, and I'm on third on the ladder. I was like at 580 points, I think, so I'm at 660 now. I've been getting shitted on today, not gonna lie, but I bounced back some because I just won 3 in a row here, so I got some kind of light in the tunnel with this Chaos Turbo deck that I just decided to start playing. I switched the build up some. I'm maining a Reaper, I'm maining a Kaiku, I'm running double Spy. It's a bit different deck. Side deck's running good with a double Mind Control, so we're gonna see what just happened though against this guy. Let's see. It was a crazy game. I went to a game 3 and whew, fucking shit was eventful. He fucking had pot graceful. He potted me twice and gracefuled me once on the game 3. That's just a little spoiler alert. Spoiler, I am not a robot. All because these fucking bots. I gotta do this shit every time. Crosswalk. What's a crosswalk? I think these are all crosswalks. Alright, verify. Oh my god, what the fuck? Alright. Those are what the fuck? Mountains or hills? I'm fucking retarded. I don't know what a mountain is. God dang it. Shit. Alright, here we go. Select all the matching. What the fuck? Those are all the hills. Oh, there's a hill. Alright, am I good now? Okay, we're in. Robot. Dueling High robot. So, he throws scissors. I throw paper. I scream like a little girl and cry. But it's all good. So, let's see what happens. He opens Heavy, Kaiku, Thunder Dragon, BLS, Regeki Break, and Breaker. Okay, I've got Graceful, Chaos Sork, Tribe, Solemn Judgment, and Kaiku. He opened Thunder Dragon, only one Thunder Dragon, all 3 of these games, which is fucking amazing. Like, he had it all 3 times. So I draw into a Faith. He sets Regeki Break and passes. Okay. I decide to run the Kaiku out on him and just say fuck it. And swing Bada Bada, and he decides to Regeki Break it because he doesn't like Kaiku. So he kills it. Alright. I set Solemn and just pass. He draws into a Sinister. He decides to run the Breaker out and pop my back row. And I'm not going to Solemn here because it will get my light points lower. And I know it will give him a Dark and Light and I'll be at 1,000 and not looking too good. So he sets Heavy Storm and just passes. I draw into BLS. I decide to fire the Graceful and just say fuck it. I draw into Solemn, Thunder Dragon, and Snatch Steel. I decide to discard the Tribe in the Faith. Because I wanted to have, I already got the Dark with Kaiku, and I wanted to have, I don't know, the Tribe, it just felt like the right thing to do, because they're versus everything else, so. I decide to banish a Dark, and banish a Light, and bring out the Chaos Sword, because I know he's going for the Dark. I already know he's trying to, so I get rid of the Dark. I set Solemn and just pass. He draws into a Faith, okay? He decides to set the Kaiku, praying that I'm going to attack into it, so he can get his BLS out here. Which it really wouldn't matter because I have Snatch, but he's got the Heavy, so I draw into a Mirror Force. I decide to tribute my Chaos Sork and drop down the BLS to banish his Dark again. And I poke him for 1,600. He takes it. I set Mirror Force and just pass. He draws into Book of Moon. He tries to, or he pro-storms me here, but I got the Solemn Judgment, so I ain't letting that shit fly. I'm keeping my Mirror Force around. So, he really doesn't have much this game. Not much he can really do. He bluffs the shit out of me and sets the Book of Moon. Definitely should have just switched both of them and attacked because I think, is Mirror Force already engraved? No, it's not. So, alright, Mirror Force ain't engraved. So, I guess that was the smartest play. So, I hit him for 16 and set my Faith and say go. He draws into a Chaos Sork. So, still, his hand is bricked up from the dick up here. I draw into a Wing Blast. And I decide to flip up my Faith and say, fuck it. If you got Torrential, you got Torrential. I'm going for it. He's at 48. So, I draw into Breaker, Deco, and Sinister. I discard the Thunder Dragon and the Sinister. And I run the Breaker out. And I Breaker Break. And it is game no matter what. Because if he books the Breaker, I'm swinging with everything. So, that is the game 1, people. Got him game 1. Looking pretty good, but that is only half the battle. So let's see what happens game 2. Alright, game 2. He opens Graceful, Sangin, 1 Thunder Dragon, Spy, Torrential, and Breaker. So must be fucking nice. And now he has Graceful with it. So awesome. Game number 2, he's opened the Thunder Dragon on me. Awesome. I usually draw 2. He draws in a Decode, Trap Dust Shoot, and Snatch Steal. So must be fucking nice. He sets a Sanguine, a Torrential, and a Trap Dust Shoot. I draw into Pot of Greed. So that's pretty good draw. Pot of Greed, not gonna lie. So he Trap Dust Shoots me and puts my Sinister back. I decide to fire the pot. He says okay. I draw into Heavy Storm and Graceful. I decide to Mind Control. And of course, it is the bluff. He sets the bluff first. It's the Sanguine. Pretty good play on his part. I should have probably heavied here, but my dumbass just summoned Tribe. And they got Torrentialed. Okay, so that's cool. And he gets his effect, and he searches a Sinister. I decide to just set Ring and pass. He draws into a knock. So this game is not looking too great. He decides to set a Spy and just pass. I draw into Solemn. I set the Solemn and pass. He draws into a Ring. Okay, he's drawing all the fire shit. Every fire shit he needs. He summons Breaker. I ring it. He flips the Spy. I'm like, you know, he's going to hit me for 24, and I got to deal with these Spies, so let's just Solemn it. Fuck it. So now I'm at 32. He tries to set again and cheat me, but it's not happening because he already summoned Breaker, so that's not going to fly. You can beat me, but just don't cheat me. It's very simple. I draw into Upstart Goblin, praying for a Thunder Dragon, and of course I don't draw it. Go fucking figure. I draw into MST. I set the MST and just say go, and I'm like, this shit's probably over with. I don't know why I just set MST there, but instead of setting them both. He sets the MST in a deco. I decide to in-phase MST it. And now I draw in the Snatch Steal. I decide to heavy, and I Graceful Charity into a Breaker, a Kaiku, and a Thunder Dragon. So nothing really to test his monster, and this shit's pretty much a wrap. There's nothing I can do. I throw out Breaker and Thunder Dragon. I run the Lonely Kaiku out and swing. He draws with his deco into Fate. I set a Book of Moon and just pass. He draws in a Dust Shoot. He's going to fire the Snatch Steal. I decide just to book it and say, fuck it. If you got it, you got it. I'm not going to give you my shit. Probably maybe should have not booked there, but then he knocks my Kaiku. He sets a Fate and just passes. I draw into Solemn Judgment. I set the Solemn in the Snatch and pass. He draws into BLS. Okay. The guy's got the goods this game. He sets one, flips the Fate. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to Solemn it. Probably shouldn't have. Should have waited for the BLS to come down. He drops the BLS, and that is the game. So we're going on to game 3. Game 3, wouldn't you know it, he opens one Thunder Dragon on me. Would have never thunked it. Alright, game 3, I open Deco, Pot of Greed, double Spy. I'm only playing 2 Spies in this deck, a Sinister and a Chaos Orc. So the hand is not that great. I Pot of Greed into Heavy and Knock, which is okay. I decide to set the Spy and set the Heavy and pass. He draws into Fate. He's got Thunder Dragon, Regeki Break, Fate, Snatch Steal, Mind Control, and Mirror Force. So he gets his Thunder Dragons here. And he fires the Mind Control. And of course, it is a Spy. Of course, he's running Spy. He gets a Spy. Not looking good. He sets a Regeki Break. And he just passes. He doesn't set the Faith here. I draw into a Thunder Dragon. So now it's my turn to draw Thunder Dragon. Let's fucking go. I discard the Thunder Dragon and grab 2 more here. Okay. And let's see what happens. I switch my Spy to defense and decide to set Deco and pass. He draws into Graceful Charity. Okay, must be fucking nice. He Regeki Breaks and hits my back row. It's a mirror. I mean, it's a Heavy Storm. I was trying to get his ass back. He Graceful Charities into Tribe, Heavy, and Pot of Greed. So must be fucking nice again. He throws out Tribe and Thunder Dragon. He fires the Pot of Greed. Okay. He draws into Solemn and Book of Moon. Alright. I'm thinking now at this point, there's not a shot in hell I'm winning this game. He knows Heavy's gone. So he sets 2 and passes, which is a Book of Moon and a Solemn. I draw into Dust Shoot, which is pretty good draw here. I decide to flip my deco and I draw into Snatch Steel. And now at this point, I'm just like, fuck it. I tribute the deco for the Thunder Dragon, and I drop the Chaos Sword in defense and remove his spy. He chains Book of Moon on it, which is fine. And now I decide to knock the monster that I think is Fate, and he solemns it, so now it is confirmed. It is definitely a Fate for sure. So I literally I have to just attack it, because if he draws into a Tsukiyomi or some shit, or a book, it's gonna get worse. So I swing into it. He draws into a Kaiku. Now, this is where the play gets crazy. He heavies me, and I decide, I was waiting for the Pot of Greed, but since he heavied, I was like, fuck it, let's go for it. So I chained the Trap Dust Shoot and put his Kaiku back now. So that was clutch as shit for him to heavy there, because he thought it was Solemn Judgment. He Pot of Greeds into double Faves. So he's got double Faves, Snatch Steel, and Mirror Force, which I know he has, but I don't know he has the Faves though. He sets a Mirror Force and sets a Fate and says go. I use the Heart of the Cards and draw Graceful motherfucking Charity. I use Charity. I draw into a Kaiku, a Nobleman, and a Mind motherfucking Control. So this shit's a wrap. I discard the Thunder Dragon and the Sinister. I decide to Mind Control, saying please be Fate. It is a Fate. I flip up the Fate, and I grab Heavy Storm to get rid of his Mirror Force, which I know is set. And I run out the Kaiku and knock the monster, and that is the game. Exodia Obliterate. Let's fucking go. Whoop whoop. He just says one word, fuck. So the way that I did him is the way everybody's been doing me today. So it feels good to actually win one, but I've won 3 in a row. So I'm getting back on my shit. Still in third, but I was doing a lot worse than I was. So gotta just think that there's a little bit of light in the tunnel, and don't rant and don't bitch, and everything's gonna be a-okay. Everything is awesome when you're part of a team. But that being said, y'all hit the like, hit the sub. Have a good day or night. Peace out, bye.